EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
Seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up, get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Big swing right there, and a great result, and now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. The eagle has landed. Wow. On to the 8th. It's a par 3, 203 yards. What's going on here, Frank?
Interesting par 3, really. It looks anything other than a straightaway hole. That bunker short of this green gives you like an optical illusion. You think it's lapping up with the front of this green, but there's actually sort of 3 or 4 yards before you get to the putting surface. A little bit of a drop off behind this green, and it narrows out the deeper the green gets. So a tricky little par 3.
It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure.
Should be safely on deck.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. And getting ready for the putt. Good putt. Frank, looking at this par 5 ninth hole, it's 621 yards. I need to make birdie here. What's the best way to go about it?
Well, if you're a long hitter, then there's a chance you can reach this par 5 and 2, Rich. But really the best way to make birdie here, good tee shot, and then contemplate the layup. In between the first 2 bunkers, there's a nice section of fairway, and it's not going to leave you much in for that third shot to a green that's very receptive. So really, birdie can be made the hard way, wedge and a putt.
Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another here. These putts keep the round together. What a tremendous display of golf this has been.
Certainly throwing an eagle against the field too. We've seen it all. Birdies, eagles, just blitzing the field from start to finish.
Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation. Now, in this situation, Rich, a bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Par 4 11th, Frank, we're looking at 443 yards.
Yeah, the Wetlands Golf Course is a really good driving course. This is another example here, Rich, where the fairway's just wide enough to reward a good tee shot, and then those two bunkers don't really come into play. But Wetlands becomes very difficult when you just start to stray a little bit off the fairway. Then you start to see why those bunkers are put there.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
This is a good-looking shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Stepping up to the tee at the first par 5 on this back 9. It's the 12th, and it is 576 yards.
Yeah, this hole bends to the right, opposite direction to what 11 does. A good tee shot, and you can actually think about reaching this par 5 and 2, but anything around the front or front left, still going to leave a relatively simple pitch shot. So when you stand on that tee, think of birdie at least here.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
Second shot.
This one's looking good. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the BioWare Classic. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot. So.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. And he has it for birdie. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands, 590 yards. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Great lie. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5.
Oh, this is right at it.
Superb shot.
Yeah, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
He's made it. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands. It's 590 yards.
Which is really a tempting yardage. A good tee shot, perhaps think of reaching the par 5 and 2. But this green well protected by 3 bunkers, 2 on the left side and 1 short right. But hey, fortune favors the brave. At least that's what I was told.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. 17th at the Wetlands, par 3, 238 yards. Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's a hole really that shapes up well for a nice little high draw. See the angle of the green pointing slightly to the right. A nice little draw into this par 3, and that'll find a nice avenue. Maybe a kick forward, 15, 20 feet left for birdie. And if you birdied 16, chance to birdie 17 as well. That's off the beaten track. That's got 5 minutes to find it.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. He'll take par and move on. Well, this is it, Frank, the 18th hole. And on paper, it looks like you can get this one. You can make a birdie because it's only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even have to be a driver here. It's going to set you up really short iron wedge into this short par 4. And I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too, because a little walk to the clubhouse there on the left, maybe a hot dog or a hamburger.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in one. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
And no problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
That has to feel so good. A big championship victory. Final hole here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. It's par 4. It's not a long one, 377 yards. There must be some trouble out there somewhere.
Well, not really if you keep your wits about you. Just position the tee shot. You don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3-wood's only going to leave a short iron. If you hit your 3-wood 250, 260 yards, do the maths, it's only 120 yards left. With that, with a scoring club, try and get that inside 10, 15 feet. Finish with a birdie.
But if you stray, then what?
Oh, no. We don't think of straying on this hole. This is the last hole. Got to finish well.
But I'm thinking about gators. Are there gators out there?
Well, there's gator on the menu.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Beautiful looking shot right here.
Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Rich, it's a different challenge today. The weather is so day-to-day out here, and when you get a breeze like this that's kicking up, you really have to sort of change your approach to playing these holes.
It looks nice out there, the blue skies, plenty of high sunshine, but it's a challenge because those winds have really freshened up. Good birdie right there.
Yeah, this game, when you can't win, it's all about top 10s, top 20s. And currently, that's exactly where they stand.
555-yard par 5 8th hole. Frank, is this a two-shotter or a three-shotter?
Good question, Rich. It starts to shrink down by the walkway, which is around that 330-yard mark. That's the decision has to be made. Personally, I think you try it at first, because even if you do, he's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. Well, that's the way you draw it up here at the 8th. You want to get it out there. He's done that, and he's kept it in the fairway. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Frank, the par 4 ninth at 452 yards is all you want.
You could make 5 here every day just by poking it down the left side, but who wants to do that? Force your hand, try and go down the right side. You might make the odd 3, make a few more 4s, but miss it on the right, and that's where you start to make a big number.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Settles in over the putt.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Well, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Well, we've arrived at our third par 5 of the day here at PGA West. It is the 11th. It is nicknamed, appropriately, Eternity, 617 yards. This has really been impressive. Started off slowly, just didn't have a whole lot, but kind of hung in there, fought when it wasn't going their way, and now here they are with a few birdies, really playing well at the closing stretch. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
Should be safely on deck.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Frank, just into that first cut.
Yeah, it's sitting up. Really, this isn't too bad a situation.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the lead. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Frank, Pete Dye always gets a player thinking what might be going through a player's mind right here.
You're going to play it as a layup. You know, that's a given. It's just what distance you want. And for every distance you're going to hit it off the tee, Pete Dye gives you a different challenge. If you lay it all the way back, obviously you've got the widest fairway. Then you've got the longer second shot. Get a little closer, it starts to shrink up, shrink up, shrink up. So it's how much do you want to bite off?
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, you know, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9 on, are you better with the wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Today it's live second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge.
What a great shot.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Par yesterday, that's a birdie.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. This is the second par 5 at PGA West of 600 or more yards. The 16th is a pretty good test. Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Second, from an excellent lie. Appears to be tracking well. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Well, he's going for back-to-back birdies. They're trying to jumpstart this round.
Some momentum moving in the right direction.
Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Well, there it is. They call it Alcatraz. Just sitting out there on the water, 168 yards away, Frank.
Well, speaking of water, that water looks so peaceful, doesn't it? It'd be a shame to spoil it with a splash.
Frank, for a long time, the stadium course at PGA West was thought to be too difficult for the professionals. How'd that happen?
It wasn't really unusual. A lot of Pete Dye courses, when they first came out, with the wooden bulkheads, so visually intimidating. It was such a departure from traditional golf design that players, they weren't very receptive to it. They thought it was too punishing, and yet now we look some 20, 30 years later, Pete Dye's going to go down with the Mackenzies, the Donald Rosses, the C.B. McDonalds as one of the most innovative and one of the great architects that actually changed the direction that the game's gone.
Back in the late 1980s, the Tour Pros actually refused to go back to the stadium course. They signed a petition to get it removed as one of the host courses, a ban that effectively ran until 2015. But now the Career Builder Challenge will return to the rotation in 2016.
Through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
That's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Ooh, nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
And that's in for a par. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today it's live third round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge.
Oh, it's perfect. That is a huge opening tee shot.
Getting set to play the second shot here at the first hole.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Frank, this is a nice-looking hole. Not long, only 371 yards, but challenging in its own way.
It is challenging. The best approach here really is a conservative tee shot to set up an aggressive second.
He pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Frank, players had hybrids, some had irons out off the tee on that short par 4 second. Time to get the big stick out here on third.
It certainly is. The third hole you play, yeah, three totally different looks off the tee. This hole appears straightish off the tee, but well bunkered down the left, which makes you push that tee shot a little to the right. Well, a hard hole after that tee shot has now become an easy hole.
It's the great equalizer. When you can drive the golf ball, Frank, just like that, boy, it opens up so many avenues, and he'll have plenty to choose from here. Looks good. Chance to make a birdie. Oh, my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close, and just a great shot.
Now at the fourth, par 3.